Muted. Got it. Okay. Okay, my mic is muted. Let's see if my mic is muted now. And okay, got it. We're back. Hey, and there's 5 of us now. This is even better. So welcome to Art 116. I was having some technical difficulties becoming the host for this silly thing. So we're now recording. And what the first thing I wanted to do while people were arriving to this thing as kind of an icebreaker today is look at the Super Bowl ads. So let's go ahead and I'm going to share screen and go do that thing. Gosh, where is my screen share here? Maybe it's over here. Okay, so we're going to share this one. Okay. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay. All right, just a moment. Okay. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay, I'm going to try another screen share. I can't believe I had a thing, and then let's try this. Where are we? Sign up. What's this? Well, I'm going to go to YouTube anyway. See if I can do this. See if it will let me do all this. 10 best Super Bowl commercials. Okay, so I'm going to click onto one of these things. This is the one that I was looking at before. I'm going to skip this ad. I'm going to pause this thing. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you guys. I'm going to stop the share. Got to come back to you guys. Somebody tell me, can you see me running around there in, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to try the screen share again. We're going to try it. We're going to go back to screen share because they're usually pretty good at this now. Okay, so somebody please tell me if you can actually not see this screen or something, but I'm going to go and make it large size and we're going to do screen share about Super Bowl commercials. So I
feel bad for kicking your seat on purpose. I'm sorry for mansplaining. That's when a man.
I know what it is. We should have just told you it's a boy.
I wish you didn't have to hear all that.
Sorry I called you Karen.
That's my name.
Sorry your name is Karen.
I promise I will not eat any more of your friends.
Really?
Okay, it might happen one more time.
Okay. M&M's did a really funny skit there about the setup or the idea for their skit was, you know, you're apologizing to somebody for somehow that you've wronged them or for something that's wrong in your relationship, and so you're giving them some M&Ms to try to make amends and to you know, try to make it better. So my question to you is, and anybody can unmute your microphone at any time. And as a matter of fact, I'd like it all if you went down to the bottom of your screen and clicked on the participants list, because once you have the participants list, you can use things like, you know, the little blue hand that you can raise your hand, or you can use the little green check box yes, because I'd like us to vote on these things to see whether you liked this ad or whether you thought that this was an effective ad. So anybody want to give me some feedback on the M&M's ad? Have you ever seen it before? Did you see it yesterday? Did you think it was funny? Did you think it was cute? Let's see. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Okay. I got Riley has checked in here as someone who liked it. So I got a like from Riley because she opened the participants list. Kelsey, everybody else is now chiming in that they like this ad because it's cute. It's funny. They used humor as a great way to break through the barriers and get to your heart, to impress upon you that M&Ms are cute and fun and are a great way to communicate with people, which is kind of nice. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and uncheck your yes boxes now. I appreciate that. That's very good. You're doing good. And this is how we're going to do this. So I'm going to go back to screen share again, and I'm going to play the next one. Here's another commercial coming at you, and go.
Hey, Ratchet, look! I'm you! Jake from State Farm. You couldn't find a stand-in who looked anything like me?
Have you seen mine?
Like looking in a mirror, right? Now that one makes sense.
Look, guys, I don't even have a stand-in.
Of course you do. Hold on. Is that Drake?
That's right. Drake from State Farm. Like a good neighbor. Like a good neighbor. Stand-ins don't have lines.
Oh, okay.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Did you know that?
Whoa, okay. Yikes. Okay. Stopping the share for a minute. Okay, that was a State Farm ad for insurance. And apparently we've got 3 football players who are making a commercial or a movie or something. And then they've got stand-ins. Apparently we're getting a lot of the idea this year of having a body double or a stand-in for you during the making of a commercial or something, because they're the same size, same shape, same coloring. Stand-ins usually stand in as the director and the cinematographer are setting up the shot. And so they have you stand on the mark as a stand-in, so that the talent, so that the star doesn't have to waste their time for 2 hours setting up the lighting and the camera angles and everything to get the right shot. And then when they're ready to shoot that segment, that scene, that part of the movie, the stand-in, goes and sits down, and then the talent enters the scene, hits the mark, and all of the photography and everything is ready for them. Did you think that the State Farm ad was interesting or funny? Do you guys even know who any of those people are? Some of them were celebrity actors, and some was, Drake, and maybe you like it. Riley likes everything. Jordan doesn't like it. All right, that's fine. Oh, and if you guys don't like me calling you out on this, that's okay too. Maybe you guys don't like it because it's actually an insurance ad, and you guys hate the idea of insurance because it's an extra added expense for you guys. Maybe you don't have car or home insurance right now because of your age. Or maybe it was just a dumb ad. It looks like it's a dumb ad. So we're going to move ourselves right on here to the next one. The next one was highly anticipated. There was a buzz building about it last week because it was pre-released. We've got this idea that General Motors wants to build lots of electric vehicles, EV cars, and flood the market. And that right now, Norway is the #1 country in the world for electric vehicle cars. And so somehow that's a threat to America and Americanism. And so I can't remember this guy's name. This actor, this comedian, this guy, former guy from Saturday Night Live 20 years ago, anyway, is the star of this thing with a couple of other Saturday Night Live guys. So let's see what this commercial is all about. Going back to the screen share, queuing him up, and here we go.
Norway sells way more electric cars per capita than the U.S. Norway. Well, I won't stand for it. Never mind. With GM's new Ultium battery, we're gonna crush those losers. Crush them! Let's go, America. Phoenix, Norway's out EVing us. What's this?
Oh, it's my daughter's birthday. She's really Irish.
I don't care. Grab an EV, meet me in Norway.
Okay, can I say goodbye to my family?
Nope.
All right.
Aquafina, sorry to disturb you, but Norway's beating us at EVs.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. Meet me there in an hour.
Can I ride with you?
No! GM's Ultium battery is made for all types of vehicles, so soon everyone can drive an EV. Whoa!
I don't know how to.
How does
Oh my gosh. They are trying to put a commercial in the middle of the commercial for us. We just have to kind of go through this. Sorry about that.
Stop buffering issues anywhere, anytime, instantly. Internet providers don't want you to know about this.
Go together.
No one will is probably flying private.
Hey, Norway, listen up, you fish loving. Whoa, this place is adorable. Damn it. Where are you guys? We're in Finland. Where are you? I'm in Norway. Norway? You're in Sweden. Damn it.
All right, I'm coming back to you. All right. So this is like some kind of pre-sales concept that, hey, America, look at us. We're going to be building EVs, and we are now in the development of an EV battery that we're not only going to be putting in General Motors cars, but we're going to be selling broadly to all other automakers in the industry. It's supposed to be a super high efficiency battery, either extending your range or giving you fast charging, recharging, or both for EVs. So would anybody like to speak to this? Riley has already voted in, likes it. That's good. That's all right. But do you guys have any opinions about electric vehicles? Do you want to buy one? Do you see one in your future in 10 years or so? Are you interested in the whole concept of EVs? And does this angry American who looks like, you know, he got this anger, this older middle-aged white male anger, you know, brewed up in his garage, and his crazy idea of America first. I wonder where that comes from. I wonder what that's supposed to be tagging off of in our American culture. Does anybody have any opinions on that? Otherwise, I'm seeing your votes tallying on the participants list. I've got one person's not crazy about this ad. Oh, two people are not so crazy. Two people like the ad. Okay, and does anybody have an opinion on this ad? Do you like Will Ferrell? He's the actor who was doing all that funny stuff with other cameo appearances by comedians. And you guys are sure welcome to unmute your mic and say a thing if you want to. Okay, or you can make your votes disappear, and that's fine too. Okay, so I thought it was very an interesting ad and kind of memorable and effective. And it's planted a seed in your mind now. If you saw this Super Bowl or if you saw this ad, that electric vehicles maybe are going to get better, maybe that America might start to become a leader in electric vehicle manufacture in the next 5 years, and you know, that kind of thing. So that was the message that they were trying to get out there, and they were trying to use humor as well as storytelling to do that. Okay, we're having fun now. Let's go back and try another one. Okay, I got a screen share, and now here we go.
Can we even afford this house?
I'm pretty sure we can. Pretty sure. With Rocket Mortgage, you can be certain. Not pretty sure.
What's the difference?
Let me show you. I'm pretty sure these aren't poisonous. I'm pretty sure these are parachutes.
My house is sandwich.
That's mine. I'm pretty sure you do not run quickly. I'm pretty sure you can take Batista down. You're on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is trending.
I'm pretty sure these hornets aren't the murdering type. I'm pretty sure we can make it.
Let's go with certain.
Good choice.
When you're buying a home, pretty sure isn't sure enough. When you need to be certain about how much home you can afford, Rocket can.
Hi, Nate.
I'll hold the dog.
Okay, I'm coming back to you. Rocket Mortgage wants you to be pretty sure that you can, or certain that you can afford the mortgage for your house. Again, this is an ad that's targeted, I guess, at people who are over 30 and maybe over 40 who are buying a house, maybe don't even know that much about how to get mortgages and go into the lending process for getting a mortgage. And so they're using humor. And we got some people who like this ad. So it reached you. You got a kick out of this ad. So Morgan is a funny guy, and you might not even know him. He was on Saturday Night Live 20 years ago. He's been in other comedies over the past 10 years. He got into a car wreck and had to make a huge recovery, but he is a pretty interesting guy as far as someone who does not inspire confidence as a leading man, and somehow is able to create an interesting amount of tension in the viewer because of his shenanigans and stuff online. So I got some good feedback on that one. You thought that was fairly good ad. You're going to see that there's going to be ads here that are very entertaining to you. They may be selling you something that isn't necessarily something you're in the market in for your demographic right now. So if if you're not in the market for a mortgage, if you're not in the market for an EV vehicle, hopefully at least you can see the possibility of this being in your future someday as you get to that point in your life. Okay, so let's take down our votes for this one, and we're going to go back to the screen share and see what the next ad is. Here we go.
Again, 'twas the night before. Hold up. Let's take this up a little. 'Twas the night before Super Bowl, and what to my wondering eyes should appear but the Super Bowl legends of yesterday.
Still warming up?
Eli and Peyton, they're up throwing footballs, snacking them legs and destroying them walls.
Hey, what are you doing?
His idea, Dad.
Go to bed.
Thanks a lot. Montana and Rice relived their old glory by adding Doritos to the Super Bowl story.
Hey guys. Hey, can I play? Brought some chips? Heck no.
When up in the attic there arose such a clatter, you couldn't make that catch. Easy catch. Rash on. Bettis cause a snack table to shatter. Not just. Away to the window, Dion ran in a flash. He tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. So get the Doritos. You guys are all right. Get the Tostitos for salsa, for queso. Get the Lay's and the Cheetos. Now snack away, y'all, because Super Bowl's here and we about to ball.
Okay. That ad was played right before the start of the game. And so that was all about football, that ad. And that was about historic football players, people who have been in Super Bowls past. A lot of those guys were football players when I was a kid, 30 and 40 years ago. And so you might not recognize any of those. That ad was focused and shot directly at people like me with gray hair who eat chips and salsa for the Super Bowl. What did you think of the ad? Did you recognize any of those people? Was it at all funny? We had Eli and Peyton Manning were two quarterbacks, NFL quarterbacks who are also brothers, and so they were throwing the football in the basement of their house that they grew up in, and they were putting holes in the wall, and Dad had to come down and say, what the hell's going on? Anyway, if I have to explain it to you, then I'm mansplaining, going back to the first ad, and it doesn't work. But Riley liked it, and I got one like vote there from Riley, where I'm getting other maybe not so much likes from you guys. So okay, at least, hey, look at this, we are interacting somehow. I was able to get you guys to interact on another video. Okay, so let me queue up the next one. You can take down your votes, and we're going to go right back in. I may have to call this to a close here in conclusion. If you have your let's see, either, I'll take either one, your simultaneous contrast project. If you've got a photograph of it that you can share, screen share with us, you might want to queue that up. If you've got your triad project either done or in progress and would like to share that and get a little bit of feedback, you can either queue that up or hold that up to the screen, to your webcam, but start thinking about that, because we're going to be dealing with that in the next 20 minutes or so. Okay, going back to the screen share. Here we go.
Where is everyone?
Pringles original barbecue. The barbecue pizza stack.
Look, we're saved. We're going home. Crunch. Hey, can anything else stop them?
Endless flavors to stack. Enjoy carefully.
Aloha, Tony.
Stop. Okay, sorry. Sometimes it's hard to hit it right. Okay, the Pringles ad, where you've got astronauts returning from space in their space capsule, and everybody is too damn busy stacking Pringles to make interesting, weird, different flavored Pringles stacks to rescue them and pluck them out of the ocean. And we've got some folks who actually like that ad. Okay, you thought that was cute. And you can see the cinematic quality of this thing. I mean, that thing was shot in very high def, full color. I don't know if it was video or film, but it was done as a mini movie and it was kind of cool. So there's all of that. Let's see, the next one is kind of lame. I think I'm gonna quit them from here. I think I've been able to make my point in the last 20 minutes or so. We're gonna quit this piece, but the point is that we are designers in this classroom, and that we're using all of the elements of art and the principles of design to create designs, and that the same kinds of things go into the making of motion pictures, advertising, and that kind of thing. And that lots of designers become involved in the advertising industry and process. And you know, with Super Bowl commercials, they're trying really, really hard to focus all of their energy not on an ad campaign, but a single concept ad that would be shown very few times to people. So it has to be very memorable and, you know, really land a strong message on people's memories so that they will be reminded of this product, of this advertisement going forward. And as such, Super Bowl ads are a really interesting deep dive kind of into how advertising works, what are the different hooks that we use for advertising. And we want to maybe try to remember some of that stuff so that as designers, when you are working with clients and trying to create any kind of digital communication for a client, a website, advertisement, any other kind of communication pieces that they're going to need for advertising their business or their services or their product, that, you know, you can see that there are emotional connections, there are intellectual connections, there's storytelling connections, you can use humor, but you have to be very careful about how you're going to structure your piece so that, you know, it's as well crafted as possible. And this is the super high end of that kind of thing, but it's valuable for us even as design students to take a look at that for just a little bit. So having said all that, we're going to try to deal with today. And today we're going to take attendance and see who's all here, and then we're going to get into this. So I've got Adriel is here, and Jordan is there, and Emily is here, and Kelsey is there. Okay, Jordan, Adriel, Emily, Kelsey, Riley. Gotcha, Riley. Gotcha. Okay. So right before class, about the 20 minutes, 30 minutes before class, I was grading projects that came in over the weekend, color wheels that were late that came in. I reopened either the color wheel or the tertiary project for somebody who asked at 2 o'clock this morning to reopen that project. So now that project is reopened for you so that you can upload that project. We're now looking at the tertiary project that is closing. Its due date is on Wednesday. And so today we are going to talk about the triad project. Yeah, we're going to be talking about creating a composition out of 3 colors chosen off of the color wheel with either the split complement concept or the what I call the orthodox triad, which is taking, let's just make one and show everybody what we're talking about here. I wanted to make on my color wheel a triangle. And if I had a piece of scrap here, I'm just going to take a piece of paper and make that. Going to make a triangle. Going to make an equilateral triangle. That is not an equilateral triangle. This is an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle has 3 vertices that are equal angles and equal lengths of sides, and so that's an equilateral triangle. And so when you superimpose that equilateral triangle over the top of your thing, and it should hit on 3 equally spaced spots. How do I do this so you guys can see? I know. Change your camera, James, because that's what it's there for. So we're going to change that camera. We're going to do this thing. So the equilateral triangle can determine the primary or secondary or any other kind of, intermediate or whatever triad that you want to do. And so these 3 colors in this orthodox triad are equally spaced around the color wheel. You're going to get one that is relatively high key and warm, one that is relatively low key, and it could be either warm or cool, and one that is probably medium key and either warm or cool. So as you rotate this thing around, you still have a high key, a medium key, and a low key. You've got at least one that's cool and one that's warm and one that's kind of either, hard to say whether it's warm or cool. But that way you've got 3 colors equally spaced around the color wheel that kind of give certain balances to the kind of color range that you're working with in this kind of triadic color scheme. So that's the concept. And I've even got one that's on the go here, done for you guys as of last time. So tried to make something that was vertical, vertical composition. Still haven't glued it down yet, but you guys saw this last time and you thought it was so cute you couldn't stand it. The idea of these things. Oh, one thing I wanted to do is to take my water thing, because last time on Friday when I was looking at the afternoon class, I had somebody who took one shape and really broke that shape up into like stripes. And I said not to do that. I know I said not to do this, and yet I saw somebody try this out and it looked like it was kind of an interesting concept. So I had this wavy thing in blue violet, and because my color triad was supposed to be, I don't know, orange, and then it was a split complement. So I went over to blue, and then I split to the adjacent colors of blue violet, blue green, and orange. And that became my color triad because that was a split color complement. By taking that blue violet shape that was kind of wavy and then cutting it up and then kind of spreading it out a little bit so that it was working just a little bit better for me as water, and then I can play with that and I can see, do I want these things, do I want these waves to be parallel to each other or just a little bit not parallel to each other, to see how they might work better in the composition. And then once I get it the way I want it, I can glue all this stuff down and figure out how I really want the final elements to overlap each other and to be spaced in the compositional space. So that was the concept that I was working on. I'm going to glue this down for my afternoon class and not for you guys. So do you guys have anything that you want to share with us today as far as a triad that might have something going on in it? I'm going to come back to my face because I like to do the talking head thing. And so as your talking head teacher, anybody here want to unmute your microphone and possibly screen share and or just hold something up to the webcam that you might have anywhere close to being done about a color triad composition. And I'll wait because, you know, it's Monday and I'm not in a hurry. So not seeing a big stampede towards sharing something this morning. Okay. Well, the drop dead deadline for this project is Wednesday at midnight, and I'd like you guys to get it done and get it photographed and uploaded by Wednesday at midnight. I want to remind you that we're going to have a quiz this week on the first half of chapter 7. And so I put out a midterm study guide that is in coursework. And I'd like you to open that up and use that as a way of, you know, aiding you in studying for certain terms that I'm interested in quizzing you on Wednesday. And I think we're going to do the midterm quiz on Wednesday. When we get to Wednesday, if you guys really want to share your triad projects, I will kick the quiz back to Friday. But if nobody's ready to share your projects on Wednesday, we'll have to do something on Wednesday. And so we'll do the quiz on Wednesday. It's kind of up to you guys whether you guys can be ready to actually share your triads projects by Wednesday or not. So the quiz study guide is available for you guys to download and take a look at in coursework. Please familiarize yourself with the first half of chapter 7 so that we can take that quiz and get this color triad project done and get it uploaded so that we can have something to talk about. And please have a copy of it open on your desktop on Wednesday so that we can share and we can talk about the color triad project then. Until then, we've been at this for 40 minutes. I think it's time to give it a rest. I've recorded this, and so I'll be posting this as a YouTube class recording in that portion of our e-learning shell for this course. You can look at all of our past class meetings for the most part. Those that didn't get, you know, unfortunately deleted somehow, are stored in YouTube class recordings in e-learning. So that gives you the access to all of those links that are linked in YouTube for the class. So if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer your questions about the project, about the midterm quiz, 20 questions, multiple choice. And otherwise, I think I'm going to call it a day. So I'm looking at your lovely names sitting there and your lovely microphones that are not unmuting. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Please get caught up with this work and get ready to take that quiz. And if you guys have your work done on Wednesday, we'll talk about color triads. And otherwise, we'll just have to do a quiz because I won't have anything else to do on Wednesday for you guys. So until then, have a good first part of your week. Stay dry, stay warm, and I'll see you again on Wednesday. So goodbye for now.